question that I had. I don't believe you when you said it takes up to 10 years to learn how to drive. If you look at some statistical information from the insurance industry, because if you want to be a legal driver, you have to have insurance. Most places in the United States, I understand a lot of my viewers are from different parts of the world. Thank you. It's important that you learn from 14, 15, 16, 17, whenever you take your driver's instruction, or when you're 18 and you decide, hey, I'm older, my friends already have their license, I keep bumming rides. You're going to go to the DMV and you're going to do your test and get your TIP. A TIP is a temporary instruction permit. Then from there, you're going to drive for 30 days, get your fundamentals in. If your parents are good drivers, and good drivers are people who don't have tickets, don't get the insurance raised up because of accidents or at-fault crashes or speeding tickets, then you are considered a good driver. It does take time. Yes, they are outliers. These are people who excel outside of the goal. It does take time. Many of you haven't driven in the wintertime. Example, in southern parts of the country, if an inch of snow falls, they shut down everything. I live in the northern part of the country. It's cold. 6, 7, 8, 9 inches, they're not shutting down anything. If you live in an area that's extremely warm, one of my clients lives in Texas. It's 110, 120 degrees. Your car's more likely to overheat. Your tires are more likely to explode or have flat spots because of the heat. There are people who live in Alaska. You understand what I'm saying? It all depends on your learning and your instruction. And you need to get positive reinforcement. Yeah, people drive 75, 85, 90. I went through Chicago one time on the way to Wisconsin. They were driving 85 miles an hour. I felt very uncomfortable driving at a high rate of speed. And I was driving 70 plus, and I was getting ran over in the slow lane. So I think it varies on your instruction, on your experience. Now, if you learn to drive sloppy, not using your blinker, road raging, cutting off people, you will eventually find someone who's a bigger fool than you. And then now you're in a duel, now you're racing, now you're road raging, and then that's when innocent people get hurt. The next question I have, do I have to have both hands on the wheel? Technically, you need both hands on the wheel to adequately control your car. But you said you drove a student with one arm. I did. And I had him get into the car, adjust his seat, adjust the steering wheel, put on the seatbelt, because I had never driven someone with a physical challenge. I'm not going to say disability, a physical challenge. So it does vary on preference. We're not talking about lying your seat back all the way down, thinking you running things. You're going to have an accident because you're in a more relaxed state. There's something called defensive driving, where you're driving defensively, you're making good decisions, you're looking out for pedestrians. Example, there's a bike rider going with the flow of the traffic. You make a left turn. It's called a left hook. You're not paying attention. You hit the bicyclist. Whose fault is that? It's you, the driver, because you're not being aware of your surroundings. I need you to understand it's imperative. You not only have to learn how to drive, you have to be a defensive driver. You have to be an empathetic driver. Example, you're behind someone who's a little elderly, 75, 85. They're driving about 5 under the limit. You can't get around them until another mile away. You are tailgating them aggressively, honking your horn, flashing your lights. What goes around comes around. It's called karma. You need to treat people the way you want to be treated as a driver. There's always a bigger a-hole than you. There's always someone who's a bigger bully than you. What does this have to do with driving? Everything. It's called road rage. And if you act a certain type of way or you act crazy, that's going to come back to you in many different ways. Higher insurance rates, someone aggressively chasing you, someone being a bigger clown, a bigger fool, driving faster than you. All these things do interact in your driving. Another comment I got, I keep failing my road tests. I'm on my second or third time. You need to ask your road tester, what did I fail on? Was it not checking my blind spots? A minus. Was it right turn on red, but there's a sign? Instant failure. Was it going slower than the posted speed limit, 10 under? You'll get a warning. Or 10 over. You might get a warning, automatic failure. Or can you not parallel park? You need to find out what exactly you are missing. Now, there are some people who are so nervous, full of anxiety, and I teach those people. So you need to be looking at my content, understanding, and then getting those principles so you can be successful. That's what it's all about, success. And if you're missing some elements, then you need to look at, what am I doing wrong? Am I going too slow? Am I not understanding pavement markings? What does a broken yellow line mean? You can pass, traffic is going opposite direction, but it has to be safe. Did I make a left turn, but I have a red arrow? Did I turn in the wrong lane and I cut off a car? You need to ask your road tester, what did I miss? Because there's always underlying clues. Failure leaves clues. Success leaves clues. The next question I have, I don't have a support system, someone to help me. You need to go to your church. You need to talk to members at your church. There are people in your community who have cars. They want to help you. You need to seek help. Help is not weakness. Asking for help is not weakness. Asking for help gives you strength. Okay? If you need help, ask for it. The next one is, there's no one in my family who's going to allow me to drive their car. You have to prove to your caregivers that you can use the vehicle. Or ask someone in your family, can I use your vehicle? Or find your cousin, uncle, or auntie who's willing to let you use their vehicle. Next question, how do I practice? I don't know what I need to do. I'm 18, 19. You need to be working in your neighborhood, making 12 right turns, 12 left turns. You need to practice, once you feel comfortable, going and pulling out onto the road. And once you feel comfortable pulling onto the road, pull into the nearest lane. Practice getting up to speed. Once you feel comfortable, you need to practice making left turns. Left turns are the most dangerous because you're crossing oncoming traffic. Practice getting into that center lane, not all the way under the light, but just before the light. And once traffic clears, then you proceed and go into the nearest lane. You need to practice that. You need to practice driving during rush hour. It's very overwhelming. You need to practice getting into that middle lane. That's that smooth lane. You need to practice getting over to the right lane. You're going to have cars and trucks merging out, cutting you off. You need to practice driving in the rain. Make sure your windshield wiper blades are good. Feel comfortable sitting in the car. If you have a lot of anxiety, get into the car and close the door. Then get out. You have a lot of anxiety, get into the car, close the door, then start your engine. You have a lot of anxiety, do it gradually, bit by bit by bit. There are support systems out there. If you're not sure, you can reach out to me. Anxiety is real. You need to understand your goal and purpose of becoming a good driver, of getting better. And once you practice getting better and you know what getting better is like, you will definitely excel. It takes hard work. And a lot of people are not willing to work hard, or they have barriers. Someone is preventing you from working hard. You have to make time for you if you want to grow. I'm taking time to go live right now because I want to answer your questions. Next question, anxiety is real. And sweating, nervousness, heart palpitations. Get your bestie, get your friend, get someone who's not going to judge you. You need someone who's patient, who's going to give you an honest support system, not scream at you, not yell at you, not judge you. And go slow. Start in the neighborhoods. 4 right turns, hand over hand in, hand over hand out. 4 left turns, hand over hand in, hand over hand out. Practice pulling in driveways, covering your brake. Those things are successful. Follow, thumbs up, support. Bye.